A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a remarkable display of civic engagement, Americans turned out in droves on Saturday, voicing their dissent against what they perceive as President Donald Trump's increasing authoritarianism. The protests, dubbed the No Kings movement, saw millions of participants across various communities, united in their opposition to the administration's policies on immigration and significant cuts to federal programs. However, the day was overshadowed by tragic news from Minneapolis, where two Democratic state legislators were shot alongside their spouses in what Governor Tim Walz described as a politically motivated attack. This incident has sparked outrage and concern regarding the safety of public officials in a climate of rising political violence. The protests, organized by a coalition of grassroots groups, aim to highlight the perceived threats to democracy and social justice under the current administration. Participants carried signs, chanted slogans, and engaged in spirited discussions about the future of the nation. Many expressed their fears about the erosion of civil rights and the treatment of immigrants, issues that have become central to the national dialogue. Despite the overwhelming turnout and the sense of urgency among protesters, the atmosphere was marred by the violent events in Minneapolis. The shooting incident has raised alarms about the safety of elected officials and the potential for political violence to escalate. Law enforcement officials have identified the suspect as 57-year-old Vance Bolter, who reportedly left behind a manifesto targeting numerous lawmakers. This revelation has intensified the conversation around the need for greater security measures for public officials and the implications of political rhetoric in fueling violence. As the protests unfolded, social media was abuzz with commentary on the day's events. Observers noted the stark contrast between the vibrant demonstrations and the somber news from Minneapolis. The First Lady, Melania Trump, was also a topic of discussion, as some commentators pointed out her seemingly disengaged demeanor during public appearances, further fueling speculation about the administration's stability. In Washington, President Trump found himself navigating a tumultuous week. The week began with his public fallout with tech mogul Elon Musk, which had left many wondering about the administration's future direction. As Trump celebrated his 79th birthday, the juxtaposition of military displays in the Capitol with the ongoing protests painted a vivid picture of a nation divided. The president's decision to pause immigration raids targeting farms and hospitality workers surprised many within the White House, showcasing the unpredictable nature of his governing style. Internationally, tensions continue to rise between Israel and Iran, with both nations engaging in intense bombardments. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called for decisive action against Iran, aiming to eliminate its nuclear capabilities. This ongoing conflict has raised concerns about a wider regional escalation, with the United States weighing its involvement in the situation. As the protests continue to resonate across the nation, the Democratic establishment has also been active, with high-profile events taking place in exclusive locales like the Hamptons. These gatherings have drawn attention to the intersection of wealth, power, and politics, with many insiders advocating for a unified front against the Trump administration. In the wake of Saturday's events, the dialogue surrounding political violence and the safety of public figures is more critical than ever. With lawmakers and citizens alike expressing their fears, the need for a collective response to restore civility in political discourse is paramount. As the nation grapples with these challenges, the resilience of the American spirit shines through, as citizens continue to advocate for their rights and the principles of democracy. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.